Hey, good morning. I got started without you. It's been a madhouse at my house. Holy moly. And I'm going to read today's reading real quick, so I have something to even talk about. My brain hasn't settled down, and I have so much to do today. So, bring it down. Bring it down. Okay. I'll think about that. I'll think about that tomorrow, says Scarlett O'Hara. Don't hedge your commitment to a new life by endless postponing. I'll start a healthy life some other time. Starting today, right now, commit yourself to diet success or sober success. Whatever it is, financial success, whatever it is. Don't weaken your resolve to do the difficult things you must do with an give it a try attitude. Don't excuse yourself from an all-out effort. It's really exciting to know that you will not deny yourself what you want from life. Defying procrastination is one good habit that guarantees success. Today, commit yourself to a positive new way of thinking about the future. Today, not tomorrow. Thing is, commitment. Commitment's a huge word. There are people who talk about it, about being a better person. They talk about having more patience. They talk about communicating better. They talk about all kinds of New Year's resolutions. But what do? The same old thing. Because people don't know how to commit. They don't know or weren't taught how hard it is to make changes. Behavioral changes come from mental changes, and mental changes are hard to make when you've been thinking and feeling for so long a certain way. It's just how the neural pathways work. You train them because you allow them to behave in a certain way, so they're going to behave in a certain way. It's that simple. It's not, it's funny. I was going to say it's not brain science, but it kind of is. Pay attention. Why are humans so weird? Me being one of them. I mean, honestly, I read self-help books for years before I finally figured out that I wasn't working hard enough. That's a true story. Because I kept thinking, I work so hard. I thought it was the nicest person I knew. Just ask me. But, as it turns out, I had no idea what hard work looked like. I had to do whatever it took to keep my mouth shut or do the next right thing. I seriously thought I had been doing that, but there were so many things that when I was really paying attention, I was letting slip through the cracks. I love how this works, but it lasts for 5. I mean, you gotta be, in my book, you gotta be rich to afford something so inexpensive. I was looking up how much money I spent on, this was years ago, how much money I spent on food vitamins and food supplements. And it was a lot. So if I'm spending $1 a day or 50 cents a day on certain things or $3 a day on certain things, it's like, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. So when I try to change something, I had to work really hard. Why I brought up the eyeliners, because I'm multitasking, sorry. I really believe that there are very few humans who can make the changes from what I've been seeing, because there are people who they just don't change. And you can coach them, you can bribe them, you can blackmail them, whatever you want to do. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to do the deal. They'll do it. They'll just find quicker, slicker, hidden ways to do it. Whatever it is. Alcohol, gambling, sex, whatever it is. Am I being cynical? Yes, but I had a disappointment with a client this morning, and it's like, wow, I don't get fooled very often. Not in my professional life. I do in my personal life. My personal life has been jacked for a long time. But in my professional life, this hardly ever happens. I just like, okay, so how long are we going to play this game, you know? Oh, mascara. I've been not enjoying mascara lately, or eyeliner. So here we are. But here's the deal. It's hard to change. And some people are in counseling. They're just learning how to be better at being slick. So we're just going to work a little harder on it. We're going to work a little harder on it. We'll see what happens. Now, there are some people who they enjoy. It's sort of what I would call a narcissistic trait, where they so enjoy getting away with something that even if you catch them and they look like they're really sorry, this time they said it different. It's like, if you pay attention, you have said that before. It's true, because there are some people who they'll just say it slightly different and look at you slightly different. And you'll think, oh, this time I can trust them. This time they really mean it. Yeah. Well, sometimes they do. But there was one boyfriend I was finally able to break up with, even though everybody said we were just the perfect couple. We looked like such a beautiful couple, blah, blah, blah. That guy was a jerk. I really had a hard time breaking up with him because prestige, you know, I loved how I was seen when I was with him. I had that with several of my boyfriends that were talented, or they had a reputation of some kind. I have a glass of water over there I need. But sometimes when it came to breaking up with them, it was fairly easy because I was pretty self-centered. I just didn't want to put up with a bunch of crap. Sometimes, if the chemistry was just right, it was very difficult to break up with somebody. Very difficult. Because I was like that when I was a kid with my mom. She could do all kinds of things or not do all kinds of things. But, oh, my loyalty was deep. Very deep. I have to clean up this little blob. Got it. Yay. Anyway. He just got better and better at being a jerk. So I broke up with him, but it was very hard to do because it went against my ethical standards that I was trying to get. I was trying very hard to be someone who could commit, because I had a reputation for not committing. I had a reputation for having men chase me to try to impress me. I even had a man tell me that once. He said, that guy was so attractive. Back then, weren't we all? I mean, come on. Anyway, I think everybody, when I think about people that passed now, maybe it's because I'm old and decrepit. No compliments, I'm not fishing. I'm just saying, it's just I look back and think, oh, they were all so young and pretty and healthy. And here we are, so many passing away. But anyway, he told me that the reason why men try so hard with you, even though, he didn't say this exactly, but in this long stream, but over time, it was basically the story. He said, even though you're basically a 7, he said he says it's like this magnet. They see you because you're like this wild stallion out on the prairie, and all they know is they want to try to break that wild, beautiful animal out there. It's not that if you were just a plain normal person, you'd be a 7. But when you're out there running, you're out there working, you're out there moving and shaking, you're out there with that spice, it just makes you look, he says, but it's the shallow guys, the ones that just want the victory. They just want the challenge. And then once they get you, they don't know what to do with you. You're a lot. So, I've been trying to grow up, right, over time. There are some things that I've tried to change about my personality, about my life, that take hard work. And it's not labor, like going out to California and digging those ditches and cutting trees and moving trees. And those are things that I can do, but it's stuff you have to do in your brain. You have to be able to stop thought, change thought. You have to be committed. You have to be dedicated. And sometimes, for a long time, I thought I was trying hard enough, and then I would end up in the same situation again. So part of, I think, the exercise is write down 1 or 2 things that, if these things showed up in your life, would that prove that you were doing your homework, that you were trying hard enough, right? See, I can't tell my clients always these kind of lessons that I've learned. They're too personal, and our sessions are about them, not about me. But I'm sharing it with you because you're not a client. And I'm saying it out loud because I am so lucky to be able to teach that which I need so much to learn, to continue learning, to continue practicing, to continue having front of mind. Yes. You know, it's some ruts in roads are very deep and need a lot of work, a lot of commitment, a lot of practice, and coming back to it as soon as possible. You fall off the wagon, you get back on the wagon as soon as possible. I wish there was a way I could emphasize how hard it is to change. It is very hard. It's very difficult. But when you say, well, I've tried. Oh my God, because I know how hard it is to be committed to new behavior. It's like, I don't want you to try to do the new behavior. I want you to do the new behavior in your discomfort. In your discomfort, do it. So if it happens to be by shutting your mouth, and you say, well, I tried not to say anything, but I just couldn't help it. Yes, you can. If opening your mouth gets you in trouble, this is an easy one. Then force yourself to keep your mouth shut. It's easier said than done, but you can. Because there are a lot of snarky, sarcastic, mean people out there, or people who will say, I love you, and it just gets them into trouble. Or they'll say a lie of some stupid, and it's like, why are you even wasting your breath on that lie? It just doesn't, it's not helpful. So that's why I talk about closing your mouth. That may not be the thing you need to do. Maybe yours is to not go to the casino. You just do not drive your car there. You do not. You just don't drive your car there. You do lots of things to help you prevent from driving your car there, to keep you from driving your car there, to prevent you from driving. See? Or the bar. Or to your buddies to go get a bag or whatever. It's not, well, I tried as long as I could. Then you need to try longer. And it's not try. You need to do the behavior. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. See, that try word, it's difficult to not use it. But there's a difference between practicing a behavior and trying to do a behavior. They even sound different in your body, feel different in your body when you say them. Okay, I gotta run. The house is starting to fill up. And I think I have this good enough. I like this one. Okay, so y'all have a great day. Get out there and be committed to new behavior that's going to be more helpful to you, or committed to stopping behavior that's not helpful to you. All right, mwah. Bye for now.